Ladies, young ladies, and Russia, good evening to all. Once again, you are welcome here on the Tribune of Awakening Consciousness. This is the headline of world news, the headline of international news. The president of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, has just accepted, hasn't he, Donald Trump's offer. He has just accepted the proposal for a ceasefire. So, what is the content of this ceasefire? The fire on which they agreed, he and Donald Trump. It should be noted that today, March 18, 2025, President Donald Trump made a phone call. A phone call was scheduled between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. A phone call that lasted 2 hours. 2 hours. Imagine, 2 hours of time. That means they talked about a lot of things. A lot of things. They talked about everything and nothing. 2 hours of time. Even among us, simply, when you spend 40 minutes talking on the phone with someone, you say everything that's on your mind, in your thoughts. Now imagine that it's 2 hours of time. That's more than a meeting. So, in the context of this video conference, ladies and gentlemen, it is the content of this exchange that we will discuss. That's why I ask you to share this video conference as much as possible, in all possible groups. We are at a decisive turning point of the world's history, yes. The Russo-Ukrainian conflict is in the phase of ceasing to end. And that has always been our wish. You know it very well, and it is coming to an end. In a way where Russia comes out with its head held high, it comes out victorious, even if France is provoking. Russia. So give a lot of likes. I want to see plenty of comments. I always say it. It gives visibility to the video conference. You write hello in the comments. If you don't want to write too much, you write hello or simply put an S in the comments. There you go. When you put S, it means samurai or it means hello. Let's go into the depths. And so, at the end of the 2-hour exchange, the president of the Russian Federation, the powerful boss of the Kremlin, Vladimir Putin, agreed and supported Donald Trump's idea of mutual renunciation, meaning a ceasefire for 30 days. So, this cessation of hostilities concerns the energy infrastructures by Russia, Ukraine, and so the head of the Kremlin has given an order to the army to stop. Therefore, the ceasefire is already in effect, according to the information we have received. It is not known if it is effective immediately or if it will start tomorrow. What remains clear is that after their exchange, he gave firm instructions to the army. So, what statements have been made? First novel, Russia and the United States will immediately begin negotiations to resolve the conflict in Ukraine. This is reported by the White House. Immediately they begin negotiations to put an end to the conflict in Ukraine. Europe, you have to see the eyes of the Europeans at that moment. Maranatha, the Europeans have nothing but their tears to cry. Second element of the statement made by the White House following this exchange, we are told this. The Supreme Commander confirmed to Donald Trump that the Russian Federation guaranteed the life and decent treatment to Ukrainian soldiers in case of a reduction in the Kursk region. So, the soldiers who are in the Kursk region, the Supreme Commander of the Russian armies guaranteed to Trump that they will take care of them, they will spare their lives, they will grant them decent treatment, humane treatment. That means they are spared from eternal rest. Share this video conference. I want to see a lot of video conferences and shares, I was going to say. Share, give a lot of likes. Don't forget to leave your comment. The essential condition to prevent the escalation of the conflict should be the complete cessation of foreign military aid and the provision of information and intelligence to Kiev. So, it's a victory for Russia. Yes, the condition required by Russia and which had been severely criticized by the Europeans, this condition has just been accepted. It's validated. We are going to stop supplying weapons to Ukraine. They are going to stop providing intelligence to Ukraine. And then, there you go, that's it, that's the ceasefire. But the Europeans had said the opposite. They had said the opposite. Yes, they had said, the European Union had held a mini-summit very recently. They had said that even in the event of a ceasefire, they will continue to arm Ukraine. We held a video conference on this here yesterday, you know it very well. For those who did not follow the video conference, if you have a question, go to the page. The videos from March 17, you will see. So, the other statement. Vladimir Putin also informed Donald Trump of the need to stop the mobilization of Ukraine and the rearming of the Ukrainian armed forces in the event of a ceasefire. According to a statement from the Kremlin, Ukraine must stop being mobilized, meaning stop sending it money, etc. It's clear, there you go. Ukraine should be left as it is, vulnerable, like that. Then, when Russia is ready, it can slowly consume it at its own pace, like a squid and in a samurai-like piece. Please share this video conference. Share it. I want thousands of shares. Yes, because the news is very good. Because we want peace in this world, ladies and gentlemen. You know very well that because of this conflict in Ukraine, the cost of living is very high, almost everywhere in the world. The price of fuel has skyrocketed. It has risen, crescendo, all of a sudden. But with this cessation, you will see even the dollar. The hero, its value will rise. There you go. Let's go again. As a gesture of goodwill, the Russian Federation will hand over to Kiev 23 severely injured Ukrainian soldiers. This is one of the details provided by the Kremlin. So on March 19th, tomorrow, a prisoner exchange will take place between the Russian and Ukrainian parties. Ceasefire. People will be exchanged. But to show Russia's goodwill, Russia will give 23 soldiers. Freely, without any compensation. Russia is always in control. Putin wants to show his goodwill, that he is ready to respect the ceasefire. So, Putin responded positively to the initiative of mutual renunciation, of strikes on energy infrastructure for 30 days. This means that hostilities on the ground will certainly continue. Technical negotiations on the implementation of the ceasefire in the Black Sea will begin. They will take place in the Middle East. And at the same time, Putin does not accept the American proposal for a complete ceasefire for 30 days. That is to say, he does not accept the entire content. He only accepts a part. So, after the conversation between Trump and Putin, the White House says that the conflict in Ukraine should have ended a long time ago. Ladies and gentlemen, the movement towards peace has begun. Here is the headline of international news. We thank Almighty God and pray to God that it continues like this. The Europeans should not interfere in this matter, at the risk of taking us back again, because that's what the Europeans want. They want the conflict to continue, since it suits them, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all. I will be back shortly with more news. This was the voice of your one and only samurai.